Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all good. So today I'm back with another speed build video. This video is a long time coming. I filmed it probably even before I filmed my last video, and I just wanted to go back into building. But before we get into the build itself, how are we all doing? Well, it's been probably a month now, I think, and this video is like 2 months old, but I'm finally getting around to it. Just getting used to work. When I say get used to work, I've been working there for a while, but just working in general. And so there's that. And then I just started falling in love with just playing the game. And I feel like I said, and probably said in my last video, I felt like I wasn't playing the game just to play. And so I just wanted to play the game with the characters that I've built, I built characters that I've made, and those type of things. I just fall in love with that again. So when I was doing this build, I was on the phone with a friend, and so this video is quite sped up then compared to my other videos, simply because this is 3 hours worth of footage that I've cut down to 30 minutes. So yeah, and then I cut it down and sped it up for it to be 30 minutes. So it took me a while just to get back into, I guess, building mode, because again, I've been playing and so I wasn't building, and so I just had to do that. And I don't know if I've said before, when I first started playing The Sims, I wasn't really building. You would build your big square box house, and that was it. But I wasn't really building in terms of nicer homes or inspired homes. And so in doing YouTube, it's just gotten me to better my builder skills, I guess. And so I wanted to do just a normal home and just get back into that building and everything like that. So you just see me kind of putting in, I don't know why build mode is like that. You have to put in flooring, not a flooring, what's it, a foundation, it's not really a foundation, whatever it's called, just so you can get the freezers on the top, which was so annoying. So I had to do that and then get that done so I can put the freezers. And then once I had the freezers, it was good, and so that's what I did. And I put the top half. So this is a family home. I think it was 4 bedrooms, with the parents' bedroom being that lovely top part by itself. And again, I was going off of Pinterest, so you can see now it's I think, is it a grey? It's not a grey, I think it's like a beige, whatever it's supposed to be, colour. And we go neutral stone at the top, which looked like the reference image, but then as you can see, I made it red and changed everything about that. I think my friend suggested to make it red, just make it different, and so that's what I did. And then I decided to build with CC, so you don't see me doing the windows and stuff. But when I was doing the windows, I think I just decided, I don't actually remember if these windows are CC, but I think I decided whilst I was doing windows just to use CC. So I had some CC that I hadn't used, so this I think this is the Octave pack by Harrie. I hadn't used it. I had it in my game for probably months, and I hadn't used it in any builds. So I decided to go with a CC build. So this is a CC build, and just do what I like. And I feel like when I do just sim packs, I don't limit myself, but I end up using the same thing. So I'll use everything Dream Home Decorator because I love that, or Parenthood. And so it was nice using the CC. And for some reason those chairs were not snapping. I think I got there eventually. I figured it out and ended up changing the living room, because I feel like those seats were just blocking the entrance, too close to that door, too close to the archways. So then they were just in the way. I felt like they weren't within the room, if that makes sense. They're in the room obviously, but they're not working with the room, is what I'm trying to say. So I had to put them within the bay window and just make it work that way, and I think it looks great. And I love using CC because some of the things are just you don't get that in the regular game packs, and so it came out good. So again, we're going, at this point I was just going with natural feelings, natural vibes. And so we've got a brown sofa, we've got a brown frame TV, which looks like beautiful artwork. I think I was going very wooden feel, very neutral, very brown, beige in this room compared to the kitchen when it comes up. And as you know, I'm going to be in and out of some of these rooms. When I find clutter, I come back. So yeah, it's going to be a bit in and out. But yeah, so that's what I did. So as you can see, the colour scheme is very brown and beige. I kept it like that. It was neutral, and I felt like, again, with this build, I didn't have a family in mind. I was building it in my personal save file, which I don't really use on YouTube. So you see that store next door that's been in my game for how many years, and I barely even play with that family. But that's still there, and so it's probably one of the first things I built ever. And so yeah, this is me putting the club, putting in different, so those plugs, oh, I love that. I found that it was nice putting plugs and stuff everywhere. So you see me go and put it everywhere, which I feel like I should have cut out because it's a bit dizzy. I just put it in every single place. And yeah, so as you can see, I'm in and out of different places. And just putting some decor on the wall. But yeah, so as I was saying, this build I didn't have a family in mind, what type of family was going to be in the room. I just built, and I feel like I prefer building where I know the family that's living in there, because I think it makes more sense, and I feel like I get to know them a bit more. Maybe I'll create a family that, you know, for this build personally. I think that's a shout. I think that's something I can do, and if you can hear me rushing, it's because I'm moving about. So yeah, and then I put in these curtains. I love these curtains. I feel like I use them now. I have another build coming in, I think I use those, and they're just like so perfect. I don't know how to explain it. It just, because you can put them across the window and it just makes it look like it's drawn in, which makes so much sense. And so yes, like I was saying, what was I saying? I don't know. I started to work curtains. Yeah, so because I didn't know who I was building it for, I did know I was going to put a child or toddler in there. So you see me putting in toys behind the sofa. I feel like that's just realistic, you know. Your family, if you have kids, you probably find toys or sort of shit underneath your couch, underneath your sofa, behind the sofa, whatever. So you see me putting in the flooring. I think I changed the white flooring. I don't think I keep white flooring everywhere. I mean, it makes no sense. If you're gonna have kids, why would you have white flooring? So yeah, so that changed. I think it changed it to a dark wood, but don't quote me on that. And all the doors are from the, I'm gonna say farmhouse. It's not farmhouse. I don't remember what it's called. Orjanic pack from Harrie and Felix Andre. And so yeah, so as you can see, things change. I didn't like that rug, so I changed it to this fluffy rug. I don't know if the fluffy rug stays. I think it might do, but yeah, see, I changed it to a round one. Change it back. I don't know what I was doing. So, but I feel like the fluffy rug makes more sense than the other one. And I just put different things, different CC in my game that I haven't really used, and it just lets me use them, because I download a lot of CC and I hardly use some of them. I will use the ones that I like, the same ones. As you can see, these ones, I've never used them. So like, oh, that's cool, the door's kind of open, like when I was doing it. And so that's what I end up using, and I've never used it, and I've had it in my game for a while. So, and then I couldn't find a corner piece, and it was stressing me out, and I expected it to auto counter, but I have auto counters off, and so it was just stressing me out, and I couldn't find the corner piece. I think eventually I do find it, but then it has that wood tone in it. I don't even know if that's the right one, but it's from the same pack, but I don't know if it's the right one for the particular one that I chose. But whatever, I made it work, and I ended up doing a dark kitchen. I do like it. I don't usually do dark kitchens, like a dark bathroom, sure. I don't really do dark kitchens, so I feel like I did like it in the end. And that's me trying to use the oven in this pack where it comes into one of these, and then I was like, I love that. And so I definitely want to use this pack a bit more just to get to understand it a bit better, because honestly I was baffled. I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, I made it everything dark, everything matched. I didn't want the wood tone in there, but I had to keep it, as you can see. And so you couldn't even do anything about that. And I don't think I put much clutter in here. I didn't put any shelves, I don't think. Maybe I do, because I'm saying it now and I feel like I did end up changing, because I was doing CC. I was like, well, I can put all my kitchen CC everywhere and just do that. And as you can see, I've now moved into the hallway, and I tried to put in those heaters, but I changed my mind. It didn't really work because I was clipping into the wall, but I didn't want it so far out to where it stops Sims from moving. And speaking about stopping Sims from moving, I have not play tested this. I do not know if there's going to be any issues or if it's going to stop people from doing anything. So I probably will play test it before I put it on the gallery, but as I'm doing this voiceover, I have not play tested it, so I have no idea if anything works, which is typical me because that's what I would do. And yeah, so I love all of these wood doors. I think they're so pretty, if that makes sense. Like the tone and everything is just so pretty. And so I wanted to put a dining table in there, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. I think I ended up with a round one, just so it's just a bit different. I feel like the island is rectangular, so I had to have something that wasn't also rectangular and just a different shape that would work in there. And so I put the circle one. And I don't know why I put that many seats, because there's not that many people that live there or are going to live there, but you know, that's what I did. And then I found this pretty, when I say pretty, like absolutely pretty, I think it's like a mini this apple thing. I've never seen this. I've had this pack in my game, but I've never seen that plant before, and I find it so pretty. And I think I've used it in so many of my builds since then. I was trying to put that plant on top of the microwave, but it wasn't working. But yes, I found it so pretty and I had to keep it in there. And so you probably will see it in a lot of other builds afterwards, especially builds that include CC. And so yes, so this is what I mean by I end up putting up these shelves, which allow me to put in all my kitchen clutter, which I love. And so it just makes the place look lived in, and you know, you can actually see things and stuff like that. And speaking about clutter, I've seen the new kits. I know I'm going totally off topic from the build, but I've seen the new kits and I would love to get that clutter kit, but at the same time I don't want to get that clutter kit because I have all of this CC clutter. And I don't know, I like kits, especially depending on the kit. And you know, I'm a sucker to buy anything. If I like it, I know people are like, oh, it's not worth the money, blah blah blah, which is true sometimes. But if I like it, I'm still gonna get it. You know, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna say, yeah, it's not worth the money, but eventually I'm gonna get it because I want it in my game. So again, I'm seeing it, I'm like, I can probably get some of these cluttered pieces off of CC, off of different websites. But sometimes it's just nice having things that just already work in the game. You don't have to worry it, you know, ended up not working and stuff like that, which rarely happens with CC itself. But it can happen, so I don't know. I probably will get it eventually. I haven't really looked into it. I have watched probably one video regarding the kits, the new ones, so I definitely will have to just check it out. And actually, I haven't looked at the pictures or what comes in it. I haven't looked at any of them, so I'll probably do that and come back with my verdict to see whether it's worth it. And so I don't show you me doing the bathroom, but you can see a little bit there. I ended up doing the office. I think at some point, I think the recording cut, so that's why, because you don't see me finishing the kitchen. But I put in a little office down there. If you had a bigger family, you can make it another bedroom, maybe a grandparent's room on the ground floor, but I decided to make it an office just to fill up the space. Again, because this was based off of Pinterest build, like I had an exterior size but not an interior size, so everything in the interior was like, oh, where would I put this? And so it took me a while to even do the floor plan just to figure out what was what, where was something going. But yes, I put this in and I love this. I love the living room pack. To be honest, anything Harrie and Felix Andre, I'm probably gonna download and use and keep. I might even download it and not use it, but I will download it because I love it. So this bookcase is amazing, and put that in there, and that's just me trying to get the plant in the corner, and I eventually do. yeah, to be honest, I don't know what family lives in, so the office is just got things. I don't know whether it will make sense to whoever's career is. You may want to switch up, you may remove the office entirely. No, I don't know, you let me know what you end up doing with it if you do download it. And so I think I put in a piece of colour, yeah, so just something just to put in some colour, something very random, but I put in some colour there. And I just noticed that I kept the floor white in this room, and seeing this now, I no longer have that plum fruit laptop and iPad, not laptop, computer and iPad in my game, since there was an update. So this, like I said, this build is about 2 months old, so there's been like 2 updates since then, and that no longer works. Well, it did work, but I have like there's something broken in my game, and I thought it was that, and it's not that, and I have deleted this out of my game now, but I'm not putting it back in because they're not being the CC creators no longer making CC, and so it's not going to be upgraded, so I never put it back in my game. I probably will, because I love the different colours of the computers, so I probably will put it back. But anyway, so you now see me doing a teen room. I ended up making this a teen girl, female tap room, not really on purpose. I think you just started off, I was just putting things in, and I was like, okay, once we pick, I always pick who the room is for based on the colour of the bed I pick. So the bedding ends up being the decider, or maybe if I had already put wallpaper, the wallpaper would be the decider. But because I picked this bed, it ended up, making the decision for me. And I wanted to put a lot of art pieces in this room because I put the easel in there, but things changed. So like half of the things, I think, like those bedside tables, I moved the bed to the wall, which I think you still see. I don't think I cut that out. And I have a hard time looking through art. Like, there's so many different variables and so many different things, and I was like, I don't know what I want to put in. But like, because I wanted the sim to be artistic, that's why I put that. Would you say that's a Renaissance from that era? But those type of paints, I don't know what else to say, to that. But I feel like it worked for whichever sim. When I do these things, I kind of like picture the sim that's going to be in there, or like make up a fake, this type of sim is going to be there, that type of sim is going to be there, and so that's what I did. And then I ended up putting a lot of posters. I felt like they'll probably be quite academic, and would like different things. I mean, they are a teen. Wait, are they a teen or a child? I think they're a teen. And so there's that, and I put those posters there, so it made sense. And I ended up putting a desk in the room. I wasn't going to, but I realised the desk downstairs has a computer on it, so nobody would be able to use it to do their work. And most likely they'll probably use the kitchen counters, the island, but I felt like they should have a desk in their room, and so I put a desk in their room. And I think I did that for the other team room as well. There's a desk in there, just so it makes sense. Like, you're most likely gonna, if you're able to, do your homework in your own room. And so that's when I discovered, I'm doing wardrobes now, I discovered I had this other wardrobe in my game, and I was like, where's that from? And like I said, I just download a lot of CC that I like, and I don't really look through it all, or if I haven't used it, I don't really know about it. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is my first time seeing it, and I'm like, this is bloody amazing. It's like a Pax IKEA wardrobe. And so I use it, and because I noticed the clothes first, I was like, these clothes do not match the Dream Home Decorator clothes. And I was like, where the hell have I gotten this from? And then I just wanted to use it. I don't think I used the doors. See, at first I wasn't sure if I wanted it, but then I go back because they feel the wall much better. And so I put the clothes in, and it just filled it up. Obviously they don't really look like teen clothes, but it doesn't matter, they're clothes. And then I use this small desk, which I love. It's actually a beautiful colour palette for that little mini desk, and I think it kind of like helps me pick out the wall colour, because I would have never gone for this wall colour, but I felt like it fit the room. and so that's what I did. Looking at it, I still think once you see it, I still think it's a bit bright, and maybe that pastel pack would come in handy, because that maybe pastel would look nice. And I know The Sims has one of those base game pastel colours, but I don't think I even went through it. So now that I think about it, maybe it would have had one in there, but it doesn't matter. And obviously I put in a plant in there. I felt like she would, or they, whoever lives in this room, would have a lovely plant. They're artistic, they like to do their yoga in front of their big windows, look at the pathway. Maybe if I had a high school pack, I'd put one of those windows there, and they could sneak in their boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, into their room, which is great. And maybe if I ever do get the high school pack, I'll put that in there. And I love that leaf window art. I feel like I use it in a lot of builds. It's just a nice way to have a plant in there. Like, if I could have something like that in my own room now, I would. Like, it's really pretty in my opinion. And yeah, I gave her a little patterned curtain. I feel like it's different than just having a plain white, and put a little what's it called, mat underneath her desk, so you know your feet are nice and cozy when you're studying. And so that's when I picked the colour, and I picked this colour. I would never usually pick this colour, I don't think I would, but I just did. I felt like it was nice. And then, like I said, the desk had that little orange, then I put the orange rug underneath the desk, and I just felt like it all fit together, and it came up nice. And it's better than my usual, you know, apricot, bland, neutral grey or beige or something. I feel like it's nice. And obviously, probably when they grow up, they probably will change it to make it bland and white, but I feel like this was nice. So there's that room. I think I ended up moving to the toddler room next door, and with the toddler room, it's just a lot of clutter really. You just put a lot of those things that they're gonna use. I think I'm looking for that corkboard to put up there, but I don't know if I end up finding it. We'll see, we'll figure it out. But yes, I'm saying it like that simply because I built this a long time ago, so I don't actually even remember half the shit I did. But yeah, so, and I put some artwork there just to pretend like it was her artwork, and so it just made it seem like it's something that she did. And so yes, I'm moving on to the toddler room. Again, with the toddler, I didn't really have a sex agenda for the toddler. It was just a toddler room, and I love this toddler crib thing. I think it's just amazing that you can put them in there and lock them in there, but I think they're able to get out somehow. And so I put these little things. I have so much toddler CC, and I just love using it. It's just like the game needs to bring more of these things. Like the toddlers don't have anything, just like the babies. It's just barely, well, I said they don't have anything. I have a few things. It's just they don't have much, should I say. And so I love these different CC. That swing, the mini kitchen, this mini basketball thing, and of course I put in the regular, you know, dollhouse. Of course I would. And oh, another thing, I have barely used that campus kit. I have it and I love it, but I haven't even used it in terms of putting something in the backyard. I think I put one of the cinema screen in the backyard for one of my Sims, where it always rains and it always breaks. And maybe I need to put a cover up on it. So I haven't really used it since I've got it, but I do use it for little things. But yes, that really has nothing to do with this, but I saw it and so it came into my head. And so yeah, I put this little mat thing. I love having them because it's something like if I put the toddler crib, the toddler can't get in the crib on their own, like if you had a toddler bed. So I like to put those little bed mats in so they can just have a nap in there, and it's really quick. It's quicker than the beds, just makes them sleep. And usually when there's space downstairs, I would put one downstairs, so especially when the toddler can't walk downstairs by themselves in just early stages, it's just you know, they fall asleep in the living room on those things, and they just sleep so well. So this is me just changing the colours of things because again, the toddler had no gender, no sex. It was just a toddler room, whichever colours work, and then just different colours together just to make it. I mean, look, the curtains are green, the bedding is yellow. Like, it's just a whole rainbow of colours. But then I put these white flowers in, then I was like, but I was like, white flowers doesn't mean anything, it's just white flowers. So, I mean, are they flowers, leaves, whatever. So again, I just left it how it is. I don't know if I changed the walls. I think I'm trying to look for something to change the walls, but I don't think I do in the end. Maybe I do. But yeah, I feel like the different array of colours just made it work. Just made it make sense. Because there was no set colour scheme and just things were just different. Which was nice. And I ended up putting some things on the walls. I like to put things on the walls, even though I don't play with my walls up like this. If you do, it's nice. And sometimes when I like do things or like want to take a picture, it's nice to have something in the background and just, you know, make it look lived in and there's someone there. And so that's what I did. And I guess I did change the walls because they're now just a plain colour. Oh, that's fine. And then the last room is another teen room. I'll eventually get there. It's I think it ended up being a teen boy room. Again, I just felt like if the other one was going to be for a girl, we have a boy. The toddler was hit or miss, or whatever it was going to be. And I wanted to use this new telescope thing, so I put it out there. And I think I also put in one of these just so they can do some exercise. Not even just them per se, maybe like the whole family, because there's no basement, there's nothing. So whoever, the parents can use that as well as the fitness. And I put in a couch there. Realistically, I don't think there is a cover there, so that couch will get soaked, but it's nice. He can hang out with his friends, they can hang out there, do whatever, you know, stuff that boys do, I guess. And with the door, I didn't like the door because it was too short, but I didn't like this door because I didn't like how big it was and how it was affecting the lighting in the room. I think I ended up putting I may have put another window there, but obviously I was already complaining about how many windows there were. I felt like this house had too many windows, and I tried to limit the windows in the back. Like for me, the front has to have the nice window, but then once you put in the rooms, it's kind of like, oh no, it needs another window. So like you can see, I don't like the fact that the windows are odd and like they're not, the spacing is not uniform when you look at. I don't like that, but it made sense for in the room. And so I have this hard time sometimes just thinking, should I make it make sense for the room or should I make it make sense for the outside of the building? And it's like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter what the back looks like because I'm usually going to spawn at the front. I'm not going to look at the back windows. So that's what I did. And then you just see me doing some little fixes here and there. I'm changing things and put different things. I ended up using the same wardrobe system as the teen girl room, and I still kept sliding doors, but I changed the sliding doors. And yeah, so this is the build. And then you see me going up to the parents' room, and I put in their room. I also put their artwork there. I felt like it looked better in their room because they would have a bigger bed, and it makes sense. And I also did the same thing for the wardrobe in their room, but I put the doors there, so the his and hers, but really it could be hers and hers. I don't know, but one of them is bigger, and one is a walk-in, one is a mini walk-in. Like you can walk in, but it's not the same as the other. And I felt like I needed to do that because I had no idea what I was going to use that room for over the stairs, so I had to do that. And then I put a big window next to the bed for whatever reason. And as you can see, there's no door into the bathroom. I think I do end up putting one when I realised, but there's no door, so I think I'm putting one in now. And I wanted to put a door to the like rooftop there, but I don't think I did. I felt like there'd be too many doors, and then the doors didn't match to the windows. I did try before doing this room, but I probably cut that bit out. And I gave them just a colour. I wanted to have a coloured bedroom, not like, you know, I mean the colour's different. It's like what a mint, a really pastel green. It doesn't really match the bedding, but I felt like it was nice to have something different. And I'm not really a matchy person. Obviously, I'm not an architect. I'm not a interior designer, so these things may not work in real life. They probably would look really weird in real life, but in the game, in The Sims, it works. And yeah, so I put this nice like little living space up there. I mean, they live on like the 3rd floor. The Sims take forever to walk places, so it was nice to put that there, put something there, and you know, they can watch TV together in their room away from the kids when the kids are watching the TV or whatever. And so that's what I did. I put some plants in there just to fill up the space. Really, there was nothing else in there, and I don't know why. but when I'm playing, I have to fill up the space in the Sims. Like, I don't like there being space. It just doesn't work. So again, I don't actually know if that walkway to the bathroom works because I filled it up with things, and those leaves kept on poking out and it was annoying me. But I didn't like them too far from the wall, but I had to do that. So I'm coming to the end of the build, so I'm going to leave you here, and I hope you enjoyed the pictures in the end, and thank you for watching. I probably was rattling on, sorry about that, but it was nice to be here, and I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you in the next one.